Whether doing after Christmas shopping or looking to curl up with a good book over your holiday break, Becky Anderson lets us know her top 5 reads for adults this time of year.
So I have my top 5 picks for adult readings. These are books that you can give to almost anyone, but books that will take you away, inform you, and just have a great time. This is the New York Times Book of the Dead. This book includes 320 print obituaries from very well-known people and maybe some not so well-known. What a fabulous book. So you can read anyone from Edison's obituary, you can read Janis Joplin's obituary, tons and tons of people to read about, only written by the New York Times, obituaries like no other paper can write. This book takes place right after the Civil War. The main character is Captain Jefferson Kyle Kidd. He was a printer before the war, but now has lost his printing press, and now he travels around Texas and reads the news of the world. People approach him with a girl named Johanna, and she was captured by the Kiowa Indians 4 years ago. Now she is 10 years old. She has forgotten English. She is pretty much has considered the Kiowa her family, and someone has now asked him to travel 400 miles to take her back to her family. This is the National Book Award winner. This is Colson Whitehead's The Underground Railroad. An incredible book. What he has done in this book, he has sort of reimagined the Underground Railroad. This actually envisions the Underground Railroad as actually a train that has been built underground and has its stations, and it's also its engineers and everything that are taking slaves from the South up to North to freedom. I know you know Michael Lewis's books. He wrote The Blind Side, Moneyball, The Big Short. He always finds these cool stories, these little known stories that are just absolutely fascinating. And this one, I think, is the most related to even the stuff that he has written himself. It is called The Undoing Project. This talks about 2 Israeli psychologists about 40 years ago who wrote a series of groundbreaking papers about the way decision making is made. Using your gut sense, and sometimes is not the best way, but using the data, using the statistics, the numbers, using those to make decisions. Okay, and this is my favorite novel of the year. This is Amor Towles. He wrote The Rules of Civility, which was the New York Times bestseller, but this is his new novel. It's called A Gentleman in Moscow. What an incredible story about a man who came from the aristocracy but now has to live in a teeny tiny room in the Hotel Metropole. But it's about the characters in the hotels over the decades, from the chef to the seamstress to everyone, the maitre d' in the restaurants, and these characters that he becomes such good friends with. Those are just 5 of my favorites for the year, but great books to give for holiday giving. And remember, a book is a gift you can give so someone can open it again and again.
Thanks, Becky. For more great reads, tune into our 300th episode of Authors Revealed, airing January 9th.